Welcome back, everybody. This is Let's Play Total Carnage, the third and final mission where we confront Akbu at the end. Now, it starts with another avenue full of assault vehicles. However, more importantly than the assault vehicles, there are lots of keys to be found here, so I won't be able to concentrate too much on destroying them all. I'm going to try to get all the keys that are hidden here. They're all hidden behind trees, mostly. Now, in this segment, the bottom of the screen is more your friend, because the turrets always swing counterclockwise, or mostly they do. They usually start out that way anyway, and if you try to go up to the top of the screen, they'll swing up towards you and catch it. Also, when they blow up, they charge down the road, so you really don't want to be in front of them. Up there is the word EATS, which is another password. See, notice the keys are behind those trees. If you don't get them, I don't think you'll be able to get enough keys to get the best ending. Yes, there are multiple endings in this game. I may have to attempt this video a couple times in order to get the best one, too. You'll see why. This avenue also has jeeps, unlike the second mission. And the jeeps are a little faster and harder to destroy. Okay, that was a gamble. I really shouldn't have done that. But you notice that was a dud. Smart bomb didn't destroy anything. Shit. Okay. See, the bottom of the screen it's easier to work with that counterclockwise swing of the turret, but the top one is the top one. You will not be able to edge around it from the top because the cannon will swing at you and that'll be it for you. See, I couldn't get them all, but I got the keys instead, which is more valuable.
Great Scott! Send in the Doomsday Squad!
Okay, away we go. It's kind of like Mission 3 officially starts here. Midway gives you a few little parting messages here. This is the nuclear reactor. There are a couple of extra little spots here that are very challenging, but they're nothing compared to the boss. Now again, there are keys hidden underneath the trees, so you want to go in there, even if it means running into a possible enemy, because every key counts. There's an instant warp here, but you'll want to go in, look for a few keys if you can, get as many as you can before going in, because when you come back, the keys will return. Secret airplanes. This is the second of the airfields in the game, where your goal is to destroy all the fighter jets with airstrikes. Now, even though they give you a ton of bombs here, you gotta be sparing with them, because otherwise, if you try to blow up all the mines in your way, you won't be able to get all the planes. Now, again, the mines crawl around and they have no pattern to it, so you gotta just watch your step. I'd like to blow these up, but don't want to. Gotta save the airstrikes. Shit. Uh-oh. I stepped on a mine the instant I tried to lay the airstrike. You probably heard that weird little buzz sound. The buzz means that I am either out of bombs or I'm at a position where I can't use a bomb. Now these presents sometimes hide mines, but because they're moving around, it's pretty easy to see them. Again, just take your time, don't run around too much. I know I'm not doing the greatest, but I'm trying my best to just move through the openings when I see them. Took a chance on that one. All the smoke and fire can obscure your vision too. But the screen scrolls slowly enough, I think, for you to be able to keep up with it. Sorry, guy. Oh. Sorry, hostages. Oh, I'm able to get him anyway. There we go. Okay, this is the end. Let's see how I did. Haha, woohoo! This is one of the few times the game is actually nice to you, so I kind of eat it up. I don't now. There's a big fence up there, so there's no hostages gonna come run down. Okay, you notice all the hostages come back. The keys are back, so just run around, try to grab as many of them as you can. Try to just sweep through the trees, even if you can't see anything there. You never know. Just might be a key. Monsters are chasing me through them as well, so if I can get this big bomb... Now, these bombs, for some reason, are taking a very long time to blow up. There we go. I don't know why, but in some cases the delay is a little longer than usual. Very rarely. Once again, this archway hides a lot of keys, so you want to walk all the way through it. Here the game just gives you openly a new password if you want to come back to this area later. Oh. At this point, you're going to want to start hoarding bombs. You'll see me running into impossible situations because I'm trying to get keys, and sometimes just doing things that look stupid because I don't want to use my bombs. Bombs become incredibly valuable later. You can take out this tower here with an airstrike. Secret path here. Trying to get it to work there. There we go. You just nudge in there and it takes you to this optional section. This is kind of like the fighter jet area. You have to airstrike every nuclear tower that's leaking with goo. The nice thing is that the airstrikes will take out all enemies on the screen the moment they're set down. I'm gonna wait until some enemies show up before I set them down this one. Nobody? Alright. See, even though I grabbed all those bombs earlier, I'm already down to 7. Seems like that'd be plenty, but they try to give you a lot of things to use them on. There's mines, Mr. Butane crates. Luckily, the big bomb gives you 10 bombs for free that don't cut into your count. So you want to move over to the mines and Mr. Butane crates to make sure that they catch them. Key, I won't get that one. But we'll get this one. Again, barrels. The game is just going to tempt you and tempt you. The game is trying to lure you into using these your bombs, but don't do it. Oh, that was weird. A little graphical glitch there. The jetpack made my upper body disappear. Now, the secret bonus is when you walk between some barrels and the walls between them, that they're setting up against. If you can go between them, sometimes they just blow up without any fire packs from you. So you might want to try it in some instances. I don't know if it works with every barrel though. It seems to work with these. Now, there's some Mr. Butane crates, but I'm not going to bomb them. Mr. Butane comes out, I'm just going to have to deal with them. Keys. Give me that key. Good. Now, if I remember, you know, I think that's been my #1 killer in this whole playthrough. It's been that shrapnel, that goo. Okay, yep, here we go. Now, this is a repeat of an earlier instant warp from Mission 2, where we get an endless spread gun and an endless array of jeeps. The difference is we also have monsters coming at us, mutant soldiers, one-hit currents. Again, the temptation might be to just set bombs everywhere, but don't do it. Ah, big bomb, what big bomb. I can barely see where I am. Shit, can I get it? Can I get it? No. That was a reflex. I just dropped the bomb trying to save myself, but don't do that. Not a good idea. At this point, you want to save every bomb you can. From this point on, actually. Now, at this point, there's going to be some arena shooting. Mutant monsters flying in. Shit. Last guy I saw too, just didn't get to shoot him time. When you hear "excuse me," try to catch that homing missile and put a bomb where it's gonna go. I'm using bombs when I shouldn't be, I know. Gotta stop. It's becoming a habit. Oh, that was stupid. For some reason I thought I'd blow up that mine earlier. Okay. Now that the shooting's done, I think you have to bomb open this gate. Yeah, here we go. The game doesn't tell you to do that, which is kind of weird. Now, I don't remember. Does another crowd of hostages come out here? No? Yes? Maybe? Okay. Okay, this is the last room of the game. It is the hardest, most merciless section. And I'm gonna die a lot. I think any player probably would. At this point, the game is desperate for your quarters. It's gonna throw everything it's got at you. Now, those mines are so tempting, I just want to bomb them and get them out of the way, but don't. Don't do it. Save your bombs. Save your bombs. Shit. There we go. The loot doesn't disappear in this game. The money, the gems and flags, unlike Smash TV, they usually stay on the screen after they show up. So if you're a greedy point hound, you can wait until you've cleared the area before picking them up. And notice on this screen there's no pathway on the left that monsters can come from. So it's kind of safer over here on the left. Oh god, almost got me. And unfortunately, all the power-ups are showing up on the right, but there's no way I'm going to be able to get them. Wah! Damn it. As you can see, there are electrodes in this area that fire without any real warning. And I don't think they even have a really good rhythm. A predictable rhythm. And what's more, the mines start pursuing you! They don't just move, they pursue you. Now, because I am saving my bombs, the best I can do is hope for big bombs, like this, before advancing. And still, there are plenty of keys to find. I just pressed to the right too much, that was my fault. That's stupid. The keys are be hidden underneath these little glowing ledges here. Down at the bottom of the screen. See, they fire quick too, you have very little time to pass between them. The game just doesn't give a shit at this point. It is shamelessly trying to hog your quarters. And what's more, if you get electrocuted, you don't set off a suicide bomb, so you can't... Yeah, see? Not enough time. You don't set off a suicide bomb, so you can't take out all the mines around you. Once again, the game is doing its damnedest to entice me to use bombs. Okay, the slime did it, though. The slime lets you use a suicide bomb. That took out most of those mines. See, look at this. Look at this. They're not timed together, so one will go out, the other one will go back on. Ugh, phew, made it. I always wondered why those gems were set up in that particular pattern. It looks like someone tried to put in a unique signature or something. Okay. Now, this is the ultimate arena right here. These Mr. Butanes are fast, but they're just as powerful as regular ones, and they still fire like normal. So it's almost they're gonna tear me up sooner or later. The fast Mr. Butanes. This is the only time you ever have to deal with them, but man, they're tough. But again, bombs kill them quickly, but don't use them. Save your bombs, you're gonna need them. Every bomb you can get, you want to save them. So just crash into them with your barrier, you know, scrub style. I was thinking by habit to use a bomb there, and then I told myself, no, don't use it, and I just ran into the guy. Whoa, I don't know how that worked, but it worked. See, they're really aggressive. They're going to try to get you in their line of fire. I mean, you're fast enough to avoid it, but you have to keep moving. This arena goes on for a very long time. After the Mr. Butanes are over, you're going to get tons upon tons of enemies. It just goes on. Homing missiles, mutant soldiers, bugs, jeeps. Wow, okay. So, damn, habit. I wasn't supposed to do that. Don't use a bomb. Thought for sure that was going to be a dud. Rocket launcher lasted a long time. The game's being a little generous with it too. See, it just keeps on going. Something you might think is cute about this. Oh, there we go. It just suddenly lurches ahead like a roller coaster or something. There we go. This is it. It's us against Akboob. This is the first time in the game where you see a boss meter, but you'll notice nothing's happening even as I shoot him. Oh, it's slowly creeping down now. But the boss meter, it doesn't start going down until you've done a certain amount of damage. You have to imagine that it's extending past the edge of the screen. And you're doing damage, but it's just taking a long time for it to get where you can actually see the change in the meter. His first two forms, you can usually see a change pretty quick. Now you can see in this first swarm, he's just shooting lasers everywhere. I mean, you'd think this is like a bullet hell shooter, but there's no pattern to this. He just fires, spreads things everywhere, and doesn't hardly ever stops. You just have to kind of swing back and forth and hope you can find a gap. As you can see, I am no shmup master. I wonder if there is some pattern to this. I wonder if there's some player who could manage this without dying. I don't know how they could do it. Once again, the flamethrower is your best friend here. You'll notice it sucks away his boss meter more quickly than most other weapons. If you can handle the risk of being up in front of him. Like I said, I'm going to die plenty. Okay. One of his turrets is blown off. Oh, this is good. A big bomb always helps. There we go. His boss meter just jumped down. We reach Form 2, where he does exactly what he says. Fires homing missiles and lots of little one-hit missiles. He fires these little waves of missiles that can be destroyed in one shot. But the homing missiles are a little tougher, but they're not as tough as the usual ones. If you can get them to fly off the screen, they won't come back. So you kind of want to just keep your distance. Not like that. Keep your distance and keep them back. See, because I died so much, the game gave me a "you suck" flamethrower upon spawning. Well, oh, I thought it got me. Strangely, this section is a little bit easier than the bullets. The lasers that he fires in this first form, the lasers that he fires in this first form are so relentless. And here, you at least have brief moments where you can adjust your position. I find that the three-way shot is quite useful here. Oh, I was done. See, if I'm playing with 7 lives, imagine how many credits you'd need if you were playing with the traditional 2 lives in your arcade. Oh, the satellite saved me. I thought I was dead. Now, as I said before, okay, we got him this time. Now, he's ready to go to his next form, but first he pursues you for a little while, I guess so the screen can scroll to the next position. Don't touch him. He'll shock you to death. Okay, here we go. This is his third form. Mutant faces extend from the sides of his ship and fire bubbles at you. The bubbles are destructible, though. So your satellite can take them out. And if you just pay attention, you can take them out. It's still not always easy, though, because you gotta watch things from every angle, see? Heavy machine gun helps, because it'll just take out the bubbles in one quick burst. If you can just concentrate your fire on one face, sometimes you can take out the bubbles as they come out, but it doesn't always work. See, your regular machine gun just does not fire rapidly enough to take them all out at once. Barrier. Good. We're approaching the final scene here. Come on, where are the power-ups? Firepower is needed. Oh, the power-ups are showing up behind him. I can't get them. I'm stuck on my pea shooter. probably screaming at me to drop some bombs, but I can't. You'll see why. I'm willing to risk my life for a key. Oh, probably could have got that. There we go, thank you. If you can get the power-ups, you shouldn't have too much trouble. Otherwise, you probably will have a little trouble because your regular gun just doesn't fire, have a nice rate of fire. See, with a three-way shot, you can just stand right in front of him. Fire straight up. Ooh, this is good. That's really good. Look at all that damage. Alright. If you thought Orcus took a long time to kill. Ooh. I think we're getting close. There we go, almost got it. Okay. Just a moment. Okay, my apologies. You notice his boss meter is filled up again for this next form, even though he's pretty much defenseless at this point. And there he is. You can shoot at him, but it doesn't really make a difference. And here we go. We start to see his... These are his three final forms. This is just the first of the last three. The big Akbu. As you can see, mines are crawling out from his chin. He's shooting fire bubbles from both turrets inside of the screen, and he spits out homing missiles like Orcus. Now here you'll notice his boss meter is not going down at all. Like I said earlier, you have to imagine that it's going off the right edge of the screen. It is going down, you just can't see where the end is. When you finally do get it short enough that it will start reaching onto the screen, it starts going down very quickly. A lot of people get confused when they play this part. They say, are we even hurting him? You know, and the game tries to kind of give you that hopeless feeling, like nothing you're doing is working. I'll demonstrate just once that you can hit him with airstrikes. But it only does like 2 strikes. And again, do not use your bombs. This is not the point where you need to use your bombs yet. All the bombs I've been hoarding are for later. See, we're making some progress here. The grenade launcher is powerful enough that we got his boss meter down a bit. Now we can actually see it go down. And there's just so much crap flying at you. The best you can, you can destroy the most of the shots that he throws at you. If you have 2 players, it's a lot easier. One player can focus on him, while the other takes out the shots. But you'll also notice a lot of keys are popping up around them. So don't miss those. Remember, you might feel like you want to concentrate on shooting him, but don't forget the keys. See, it's really a life sucker, this part of the game. You just have to do the best you can. You notice he's spitting out some random German words. Good old Ed Boon, doing the voice for Akbu. Keys. Flamethrowers, but they're too far away. Ah! I was lucky. The grenade launchers fire right over those stupid bubbles. Does a lot of damage to him because it's high fire rate, but it's not useful against the shots. Give me that grenade launcher. And we beat him! But sadly, he's back. And look who it is, everybody. Everyone's favorite dictator. You might remember in the news report at the very beginning of the game that the news lady said something like, his true identity is, but then she got cut off. But, there you go. Oh, that was dumb. I thought the three-way had finished it all off. That was just bad. I should have been able to weave through that. We better get shoot through that. All of its missiles are destructible. Damn. See how short that jetpack lasted? I don't trust him in this area. Ooh. The bubbles do pop on their own if they go too far. See, those are golden moments when things look absolutely impossible, and yet you somehow manage to survive. That's, even though this game is meant to suck away all your quarters, those times when you just manage to make it through, that's when you feel like you beat it. Whoa! I thought it was history there. Oh. Whew. It's taken a while, huh? That barrier. Not too close. You touch his chin and you get shot. Whoa. These little corners tend to be safe, except from the bubbles on whichever side you're on. The bubbles will catch you. They can curve around and get you. Damn, I wanted that rocket launcher. Damn it. There we go. Oh. Sadly, the cannons give you no, on the sides give you no warning when they're going to fire. You just have to play it safe. Keep it up. Just keep going. Do the best you can. There we go. And no, we... Oh, what the hell? Oh. I wasn't paying attention. Okay, this is his final form, finally. After this, there's no risk of dying once you beat him. However, it is still not the last challenge of the game. And you still don't want to use your bombs on him. Don't use them. Save your bombs. Each of these forms, the big head forms, are really no different from one another. None of the shots or attacks change. So it's really just one long endurance session. And really, the game is trying to make you think that you beat it, but you know, just to trick you 2 or 3 times. It's really trying to discourage you. It's a mean game. Ugh. And you're dying all this time. The boss keeps coming back. It looks like the boss meter, it doesn't go down. I imagine most of you would have just given up and walked away from the machine at this point. I don't know why, but I find it amusing that the red skull has a tooth gap. What the key? Oh, I probably could have got it, yeah. Whoa! Oh. I was hoping I would have made it. Now his boss meter is dropping a bit. Whoa. So now we're making some progress here. Almost got him. It's just the same endurance over and over, honing missiles, bubbles, mines. Just keep do the best you can and maneuver around him.
Captain Carnage!
And I do not want to. I do not want to check the credit count on this one. There is no 1 CC in this sucker. Whoa! Satellite is good. You want satellite. How the hell with it? There we go. Whoa! You're still firing bubbles at me. Now, if you don't mind, I'm gonna have to do something here, and I know it's a little cheesy, but there we go. Okay, sorry, I had to save a state there because we have come to the final challenge of the game, and if you fail it, you can't get the best ending. Hordes of Akboobs are going to pop out of the Red Skull, and you can't shoot them. The game takes away your ability to fire. You have to take them out with your shield or your bombs. This is why you had to save your bombs throughout the whole level. If even one of these guys gets off the screen, it screws up the ending. Fortunately, your shield can reach them even if they're just slightly off the screen. So that'll save you a few times. How long does this go on? I'm not entirely sure. I think it goes until the skull reaches the end of that green line there. Those glowing green lights. Did we do it? Did we do it? Yes, we did it. Now we get to put him in the electric chair and mash the start button to get as many bonus points as possible. Yes, the good old American way of finishing off tin pot dictators. Now, if Akboob gets away, that is, if even one of those Akboobs gets off the screen, you just see an empty electric chair. I love how the game deliberately exaggerates how many shots you fired at this point. The goal of the game is to get 220 keys, but you can only do that if you go through all the instant warps and grab as many keys as you can. And this is what you get. A huge bonus stage full of presents and gold and cash. There's something up to this Pleasure Dome that the game will tell you about later, but it's really has no bearing on the ending. You'll see. The Pleasure Dome kind of acts as a little museum to Smash TV. This is a Mutoid Man and the first boss for that game. There are treasures hidden everywhere behind him, just like the keys. If you have two players, you have a much better chance of catching everything. But it's really not necessary. That's the D Cobros from Mission 3 of Smash TV, making a little friendly little heart. You can stall the scrolling for a little while if you want to. But like I said, this is all just for extra points. And at last we get the ending. Can you do this? Actually, no, it's impossible. I'm sure there is a way. I mean, well, impossible is the wrong word. With two players and being extremely careful, there have been a couple people who have said that they've been able to exhaust and pick up every single bit of treasure in the Pleasure Dome before they reach the gate. And they said they still got this ending. Now, the reason for that, there's an article on Polygon that explains that this was actually a mistake. The developers did make a separate ending, which I think had different text, and that's all. Just saying that the ladies, I don't know, do whatever, they don't really say. But there was supposed to be one. However, I think this works to the game's benefit anyway. In this sense, it makes you think that you got the best ending, but you didn't. You know, it tells you that you can't get the best ending. So it's kind of like a venomous lie, a very cruel lie by the game to make you come back even then. You feel like, but I did everything they said, and then there's still another thing, another goal they said you didn't do. So you'll keep coming back trying to do it, but you'll never be able to. Which I find kind of interesting and adds to the game's mystique. And that's total Carnage. Now, what I got was the best ending, having captured General Akboob and made it to the Pleasure Dome with 220 keys. If you don't capture General Akboob and you have 220 keys, it doesn't seem to really make a difference. All you get is the empty electric chair, but then you go to the Pleasure Dome and get the same ending text. However, there are other endings too. There are endings where you capture Fry General Akboob and you don't have enough keys. And then there's another ending where you don't capture General Abu and you don't have enough keys. And the game gives you different results for each. So, fortunately, I don't have to play through the whole game again to show you this. There are actually a couple of passwords that I believe will take us there. Just a moment while I get that set up.
All we are making is baby milk.
So we're going to enter a password here. The first one is Dome. I don't think Dome is ever shown in the game, but it's a pretty easy word to guess. And your guy walks up to the dome but is unable to get into the gates.
Pain before pleasure. Pain before pleasure. I am a peace-loving citizen. Not.
Obviously, this is the worst ending. This is the ending I got the very first time I beat the game. And I had a vendetta against it ever since. My brother and I played all the way through the game, got that bad ending, and we just shook our heads because we had poured so much money into the machine just to beat it, and then it just spits in your face. Now for the other ending, where you are able to capture General Akbu but not enough keys, the medium ending, which is
All we are making is baby milk.
the password you want to put in is worm. Oops. Time's running out.
Pain before pleasure. Pain before pleasure.
See, it's a little nicer.
I am a peace-loving citizen. Not.
What a mean game. It really is mean. It just wants your quarters, man. It pisses you off and makes you come back for more. But that's total Carnage. Well, I want to thank you for watching this LP. Hope you enjoyed it. Hope you found it interesting and informative. Feel free to like and subscribe for more videos. And I hope you guys had a good day. See ya.